Welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Thursday, the 18th of, I almost said November. The 18th of March.
Day after St. Patrick's Day. Did you guys celebrate St. Patrick's Day?
I did not, although I wore green today. I had a green mask yesterday. Nobody pinched me.
Nobody
Not
pinched
even
me
when
either.
I asked.
He didn't ask me to pinch him. All he'd have to do is say something I didn't like, and that's when I pinch him.
Like, I want to strangle the dog.
So Patrick, he woke us up this morning because I heard
he was
him
vomiting.
I heard him gagging, but he's a quiet vomiter because I was like, oh, he must have just been gagging a little bit. There's a little pot. Wood. He's been
eating wood. He eats everything, including dryer sheets.
So this morning he ate a dryer sheet. I chased him all the way across the house. He had it it was like this when I saw him with it. And by the time I got him, he'd swallowed it. So as he was running, he was like forcing it. And
Our prior dogs didn't eat anything. Like, if you told them to let it go, they'd give it back to you. This dog, eats he's a pain in the butt. He is. He's a total pain in the ass.
Patrick!
I mean, tell me he's not. He's going to be here today.
He is. We're going to bring him this afternoon. In his crate.
Anybody want a dog?
Stop it, Patrick. Patrick's had it. Anyways, I love the dog.
You love the dog.
Oh man. Okay, couple of things. Shauna always does our daily deal, and she's not going to be here this morning. I don't have a daily deal for you, which I'll make up for you because we'll have the daily deal tomorrow.
You know, and the funny thing about that is we were talking last night, and
I'm
of
dependent.
course there's not just that, but because we could actually it's been a year that we've been doing the live streams. And we were talking about it last night. And I mean, we will have a plan, but there may be a little burnout experienced right now.
He is a PETA. What's a PETA?
Pain in the ass.
Pain in the ass. Yes, I'm really bad with acronyms. Yeah, he is I can't tell you how many stories about dogs and eat and destroy stuff.
You know, he has not been... he went through a slightly destructive phase that was relatively short. And now...
chewing on the legs of the chair.
And now, and that ended really fast. So,
yeah.
A lot of these phases have come and gone.
The chewing.
But he is, the most dominant presence in the house.
He is.
And, I didn't want a dog.
Patrick, but we have the dog.
Yeah.
We have the dog, Patrick. So, my puppy, too, I have to scream at hubby to get him pins. Yeah, Momo has gotten some pins, too.
Although he hasn't, chowed the pins. I've seen him spit a couple of pins out, too. But
I'm praying he doesn't get a pin.
I mean, this
it's
is
hard
definitely
in a
a
place
dog
like
for
this.
which we'll be paying for surgery. He's that kind of dog.
Oh, man. So, anyhow, so Daily Deal, we'll go ahead and we'll do the Daily Deal tomorrow. I promise it'll be amazing. I want to let you know we had a couple of things that came in and give you some, oh, Patrick. Anyhow, I got some kids' aprons because those other aprons that we had were so cute. So Kimberbell's not doing their aprons anymore. I don't know if they're going to come out with new ones, but these are They're Dunroven, and they're super, super, super nice. So I have them in a couple of colors, and I can get them in the adult size too. Although I think they're going to redo their aprons, but I'm not sure. But these, the quality is fantastic. So these are the little Dunroven ones. Let me see, can I fit it? Oh, they're tiny. You can get an idea. Like they're tiny. These are, I thought these are the child ones. So I think they had, yeah, child ones.
Are you making these for kids?
They're for kids. You don't have to make them. So I think they're $8.99 and they're super, super cute. So if you have little ones that you want to stitch out some aprons for, I just bought a couple in every color. Well, not every color, but they have blue, they have hot pink, they have red. See, they're different. I know they look the same in the lighting. And then they have white. So if you're interested in those, you could just get apron. Yeah, we could just get those, but then you have to sew them. These you just open up the package and they're done and ready for embroidery. So and they're super cute. So I also have green coming. So if you're interested in some kids aprons, now you know we have some here. And I gotta say, the quality. Dunroven just makes really, really nice stuff.
They're almost like a linen.
It's not it's a cotton. It's a cotton, but they look good. They look good. So, let's see. I also, I just got some more.
Congratulations, Roxanne.
What happened?
She has a new grandbaby.
Congratulations. So exciting. How big was he? Was he a chunker? Some of us like to do stuff. I know a lot of people some people like to do things the hard way. I like to do things the hard way if it's something very specific I want, you know. Maybe someday when I'm not working, I'll do things like that again. Now I'm like, what's the easiest, quickest, fastest way? That's what I look for now.
Because now she has to chase a puppy around all the time.
Try and keep him out of Patrick's way. All right. If you haven't gotten your Main Street celebration, I have 5 more kits in. 5 more. So if you want to do Main Street and
are
you
those
haven't,
like available or
they're available.
Okay.
Yes. So I just got more kits. They're kind of hard to come by at this point, but I had ordered an extra 10, and so I just got them in. So if you want Main Street, and I think it's on the website. So I have the embellishment kits. I have the design. If you haven't gotten your red, white, and bloom, next week. Next week is when, for those people that I got staggered stuff. So I think most of you got it. Some of you are still waiting. I'm waiting, and I have the fabric and the backing. I'm waiting on the embellishments and the design. I don't even have mine. I'm waiting.
We're like getting pretty close on Main Street, the video.
Yes.
How many more videos do we have left? This is this has been the dominant presence. Like, this was worked on all last weekend. Some editing went down last weekend.
So
we have like 2 more videos to do and get through.
Good morning from Missouri. Good morning, Miss Donna and Miss John from Missouri.
I think in Missouri they pronounce it misery.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Misery?
Yeah, so growing up, you guys have heard me talk about Uncle Rick before, but Uncle Rick had a house in the Ozarks that he loved. And we visited him there, and I think I pronounced it Missouri, and he was like, no, it's misery.
Anyone know? Can you confirm
that? She just
that?
said, yep. She goes,
misery?
oh, yeah.
That just
misery.
sounds so horrible, right?
Not misery, it's misery.
It sounds the same to me. Yeah. I don't know.
We went to the Ozarks.
We
once.
did. It was
like the worst trip ever. It
was like a
you
reward.
had like allergies.
It was it was kind of like wasn't it like a sales
it was a sale. So I worked for a guy, like, it was really the first time I ever really worked for a guy. He totally ripped me off.
Anyways, this is gonna be the biggest downer
He's like,
live feed.
well,
they're
no, that's
listening
like,
to.
you know, it just was what it was.
But
his reward trip was to
The
a condo
Ozarks.
in the Ozarks.
and it was kind of weird.
And then
right?
you were sick the whole time.
Was I?
And then the like one day I went out with them, they went to like Party Cove, and it just stuff got really weird. I'm like, I can't believe I'm out here with my boss. And then he ripped me off. And I was like, that all makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyhow, okay, on to something better and bigger and brighter. So I was talking to
Missouri. That is actually
Missouri.
that is actually how they pronounce it.
Yes, Missouri. I've heard that, but
Yeah.
not Missouri. Missouri.
Well, yeah.
And that sounds nice. Missouri. I like the way that sounds.
Deliverance territory.
Delivered.
Takes a dark turn on the live stream this morning.
It's wet in California too, huh? From spring break. That'd be nice. So, I wanted to let you know I have some
Where's
other
Good
kids
morning
too.
from spring break.
So,
From spring break.
if anyone's
You
still
in Florida or something?
I don't know where she is. If anyone still wants kits for Boulevard, we just cut some more because I have kits here. So now that we have fabric, I've been cutting some kits. So I just had people that haven't done the Boulevard pillow. So the kits we're cutting are mostly going to be for, some of the Kimberbell projects. So I have some of those if you want those. And then I think I mentioned to you, I'm in the process of cutting for Broomhilda's Bakery, which you can't get anymore. So I'm just trying to get some of that fabric, and there'll be some substitutions for that. Misery. That sounds good too. Misery. I got that. That sounds good. I just watched Lewis and Clark's, the American
Was that like
Experience.
the third time you've watched that, probably?
I love that. Lewis and Clark, the American
Who doesn't
Experience
like Ken Burns?
expedition trip. And it's all, I had no idea that the Missouri River, went that far. I mean, that was the whole trip.
I mean, that's one of the major.
Was going down.
One of the major
yeah.
rivers. It's like
And
the Missouri, the Mississippi.
And how hard it must have been without mosquito spray, bug repellent. Can you imagine? Out in the elements. So
I
bad.
imagine that whole thing. They're camping on the Colorado River. That's awesome.
That
are you like
how are you on
boating
the How are you on,
the
feed?
Colorado River?
On the live feed.
Or are you in like?
Are you
Are you in
glamping?
Utah somewhere?
Are you glamping? Longest river in the U.S. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. So, and they were hoping it would take them all the way to the West Coast, which it didn't.
They ran into the Rockies.
Yes. So,
Met some grizzlies.
they met a lot of grizzlies, and they said the novelty wore off. And the boys didn't want to see anymore, and that they were so hard to kill, the grizzly bears. So,
The musket balls would just bounce off their heads.
yeah, and they just couldn't put him down. I'm going to show you something that Michelle stopped in with, which is going to be really, really fun. So this is going to be an upcoming class. It's going to be a 6-hour class because there's 3 different quilt squares. So what you will be doing is creating each one and then stitching out. But it's pretty beautiful. So if you bought Salima Jaffer's IQ, her Enhancing Your IQ series, this goes with the Dresden quilt. So this is the Dresden quilt, and there's 3 different squares that you'll create. So it's going to be the flower, it's going to be this one right here, and then it's going to be the Dresden in the center. So, and I mean, the quilting is amazing on this. Look how pretty all the quilting is that you're going to be doing too. And this isn't just, it's not an embroidery design. It's not an embroidery design and stitch. It is you creating it. You're creating this design. You're creating this flower patch. So you're creating the flowers. You're creating and applying all those line properties. it's from start to finish. So it's different than just you know, an Anita Good quilt or a Kimberbell quilt or
I
something
mean, it's
like
truly
this.
a custom quilt. Like everybody's will probably be slightly different.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Well, just because of fabric, but you're going to be creating these quilt squares. And because you're going to be following the directions, like following the directions step by step, getting through it. There were a couple of modifications. So Michelle did a couple of modifications on this, which I think makes it just even more beautiful than it was. This one is number 7.
Number 7.
Yeah, so this is going to be number 7, and there's going to be stitch out in between. So it's going to be 2 hours. I don't know if it's on the calendar
Like getting
yet.
the design
There-
together and then stitching it out on their own time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to do some stitch out on your own time. But these are going to be this 3 squares. So you're going to be working on this square, creating this square. The Dresden, I think that's going to be with scanning. And then you're going to be creating the I guess, half square triangle one. That one right there. So Michelle's been working on this after she's been working on her training, and it is really, 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 really fun and pretty.
That girl sews all the time.
That girl, she said she's been getting up at 4:30. So Shauna and I are going to be doing training next week, and that's going to be we're doing pro stitcher training. So we're going to be doing long arm training. We have to get started at 7 because it starts 9 o'clock Central Time. We're 2 hours after that. So that's what Michelle's been doing too, but really, really fun. But I wanted to show you this because she came in and brought it, and I was like, oh, that's so beautiful and happy and cheery. And just, I don't know if you can appreciate the quilting too, the quilting that's going into it as well. That's like absolutely beautiful. And then think about this, the spin you can do on it when you pick out your own fabric. So this project's going to be for those of you that have IQ Designer. Either IQ Designer on the Destiny or the Solaris or any of the Baby
Any
Locks.
of the
or,
Baby Lock or Brother machines that have Design Center.
Yeah,
or
and any
IQ.
of the Brother machines that have Design Center.
Don't be confused. So, and we do have that fabric, correct?
We do. I think we have all of that except for there was this blue. This royal blue, we don't have that, but everything else
That dude,
should
man,
be in the store.
He's like the craziest truck driver.
Did he just do
He just did
a 3-point turn in the parking lot?
Like a 3-point turn in the parking lot, and he does that every time he comes.
Those are some mad skills.
He's got mad skills.
And there's cars parked in the back, so I don't know how he did that. Pretty amazing. So I think that's it. I'm hoping that oh no, there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. I like the polka dot stitch. That one is really cute. So
Hey, could you just let the guy who's, I think, delivering sewing
I want to let you know about Moda Fabric.
to lookers
So,
right of the
so
front door.
Donnie, who's so wonderful and
box
thinks
count
about
would be
us.
great.
Thanks, man. Bye.
I think I do have 7 in stock. So Donnie sent me, there's some, she's on some mailing list for some quilt store, and they put their lookbooks. So the manufacturers of the fabric, they have a lookbook, and they usually, I think the Moda one comes out every 2.5 or every 2 months. So they had one for January, and then they have one for March, and so the March one just came out.
So they can like pre-order the.
So we can look
fabric
through,
right
so
from
the
the lookbook?
retailer can look through and order stuff from that. So I talked to my my rep, and I said, can I send this to the customer? And he said yes, as long as the retail prices aren't in there. So I think we're gonna go ahead and we'll have an email out, or we'll have it on the website where you can go and look at the lookbook, and then we'll have to decide if we'll do a pre-order special.
So would they have to buy like a bolt of fabric or? So here's the deal with fabric.
It's like the dog.
Here's the deal with fabric. So every fabric store we have ever talked to.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Some people are just fabric stores.
Some people are just fabric stores.
Yeah.
But
For the most part, they tell
it's a
us,
loss leader. If
Yeah.
it's a store like ours where you're selling machines and fabric, they lose money on fabric. The justification to have fabric is to keep people coming in the store.
Yeah, because you want fabric.
But this is a grand experiment. and this one's been told, if we lose money on fabric goes away. Like
the
we're
dog.
already an incredibly busy shop. We don't have a lot of time to do stuff like cut fabric. So,
Don't you love fabric though? I feel like a lot of you have come in and gotten fabric.
I think fabric could be a
Did you see-
really cool
we've gone
addition
through-
to the
We've
store.
gone through lots of bolts. Did you see all those things I threw away?
I'm just letting the ladies know. Like we'll like at the end of we have one of our reps that is like, "Are you crazy? You're bringing in fabric?" And he's also the guy who's been around the longest and who knows the most. And he's like, "You got to get rid of the fabric."
No,
Like,
did you see our wall and how beautiful it is? Shauna
so we're
painted
making
it.
this big investment in fabric, but it only works if it works. It is, and it's fine. I'm totally down for the experiment, but I mean,
I love the fabric.
it only works if it works, because this is the way it works at most fabric stores. They sell what they can sell, and then they highly discount everything, and they sell it at a loss to get rid of it because they need to bring the new fabric in.
No, they sell it at cost.
They sell it at a loss, according to everybody I talk to.
Yeah, Kathy got a whole bunch when she was in.
And listen, everybody's been incredibly supportive of it. I just, it only works if it works.
Tilda flesh tones. I've never even thought about Are you making dolls, Don? Because it really is hard to find a good flesh tone. It is. I searched like every single store in town to get a good flesh tone. I don't even know. I finally found one, but I don't even know where to get it again. We do have some pretty spring colors. And I think our grunge will be here in the beginning of April. So, and shells are going up this weekend.
Whoop, whoop.
And it's going to be great. So the whole point I'm talking to you about the lookbook is when my motor rep came in here, I was like so overwhelmed. There was so many things that I could get and so many collections and there was so much of everything. And then knowing in 2 more months, there's going to be more coming out again. It was, and I could only get so much. Yes, flesh is hard to find. That sounds so funny. You like it better than the muslin for flesh tone? Are we talking about just for flesh tone? Show us the wall filled with. We don't have a wall filled with fabric yet.
Yeah. I mean, there's one
Here, let me
corner of
move
the
my
store over there, and you can kind of see it.
On your way to the bathroom,
Like-
you know that corner where we have the.
You can kind of see it back over
right
here.
where Patrick's pointing his finger.
Over there. You're directly in the way.
No, I'm not.
There. Now you can see it.
Yeah, but you could put your right here, right where I'm
Right.
putting
It's
my
right
finger.
here. So.
Right here and.
Yeah, so
this.
there is like a corner of the store, but there are shelves going in and a lot more fabric arriving.
Thanks to Mr. George Patterson. Thank you.
So,
But the whole point of the lookbook is this will give you an opportunity to pre-order stuff. So, and when you
but how
pre-order,
does
you're
that
going to
work?
prepay.
Do they have to pre-order a bolt, or how does that work?
Yes, you could. I'm going to be ordering some bolts, but obviously we can't have everything. And I'm really going to stick to just blendables, just, tone on tone, just the mixers, just the basics. So that's what I'm going to have in the store. If there's anything specific that you want and you want to order a bolt, then you talk to me because I will give you a deal on that bolt. And then I know because some of you go through white and you go through black and you go through these basic colors, or maybe there is a bolt that you want. Just talk to me because I'll make it worth your while and worth our while. But I think what I'm going to be asking people if they want to order more are going to be the pre-cuts. So if you want to get a fat quarter pack, or if you want to get jelly rolls. So jelly rolls are 2.5-inch strips, usually 40 to 42 strips. Charm packs are going to be 5-inch squares. Layer cakes are going to be 10-inch squares. Sometimes they sell the junior, the 1/8. And is there anything else? How many yards on a bolt? Usually 15. Some of them are 10, but usually 15. Just need blenders. Be careful with the. Thank you, Miss Lorraine. I will. That is what it. But the prints are so beautiful. But there will be collections. Like I did buy some Christmas prints, and I did buy some Halloween prints.
I know. Like, so the one of the amazing things is how much of your shopping has been offloaded to the store.
Yes. So I love to shop. Period.
I mean, that's
my hobby.
It's like your pastime.
But it's not like, I'm a bargain shopper, and I go to a sale online and I fill up my cart, and then like I whittle it down, and then after doing all that, I get nothing. Because I step away and I'm like, I don't need that.
But like it used to be like Christmas every day.
Talk about Christmas every day. Yeah. And so
I buy it for the store too.
Yeah, but you buy plenty for you. I've transferred a lot of my buying and my buying energy, because I do need to consume, to the store. Christmas and Halloween always sell well. Maybe I should get some more of that then, Lorraine.
Do you have to order Halloween now? Like,
yes.
Is that like how
right
early
now,
you have to do
if
it?
you want Christmas. So anyways, you can go directly onto Moda if you want. You go to Moda and you can go to their catalogs. And they have 3 different catalogs that I'm ordering from right now. So one is the January 2021, one is the March 2021, and the other one is the holiday. It looks like Christmas 2021, but has Christmas and it has Halloween in it. So I do the same. So maybe I need to get some more of that, Lorraine.
So you're gonna get lookbooks when?
So you don't get the lookbooks. I don't have them here physically well, I do have one in the store. They're online. So you just go on there and you can just write down the item number that you want.
But is it something that we can incorporate in an email and
yes.
give to them? Okay.
Yeah, we'll incorporate it. And I think what we'll do off of pre-cuts, and I'm pretty sure like there's not really many places in town you can get your discounts on that kind of stuff. But I think we're going to do...
I don't know if that makes sense. You tell me if
it
that
does.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to order any of the pre-cuts...
I'm sure they could hear all that too.
I think have to order them now or you'll miss out. Yes. I think I have maybe like this week 2 more days or something for the Halloween stuff. I think that's what Mario was telling me. So we'll do 20% off of retail. So if you want to order any of that stuff and you want to get that stuff and you want to get a deal on it.
Should we send an email out today? Should you call Christine and go, hey, send this out? If the ladies want this stuff, I got to order it now.
Yeah. So you have to let me know.
Well, so we'll...
Oh,
let's
God, the
have
fall
Christine
colors
send
are...
it out.
We'll send an email out with links to the lookbooks. Or
Yeah.
you can go directly onto Moda. And, but we'll just experiment with that and see how that works. Some of you got the Tilda... Oh, my God, that Tilda Fat Quarter Pack. It is... I love Tilda. So every Fat Quarter Pack that comes out, I get
Well, and
it
I'm
from
sure
them.
that deal is still on. I don't think Shauna's taken
Oh
it
yeah,
off.
if you want that Tilda, it's online, but it is beautiful. Absolutely
So
beautiful.
it's a grand experiment, right? Like that the thing that we were consistently hearing from everybody was fabric.
And thread.
And thread.
That's what we were hearing too, fabric and thread.
Quite honestly, like we want to deliver, but what other business people were telling us were don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And so
Moda, yes,
Moda. This is it's a grand experiment. We're gonna see how it works.
I think
we can make it work. But it only works if everybody participates.
Can get your fabric. And we love Kimberbell too. So we have a lot of Kimberbell, and then we have some Fairy Frost, and then we have some other stuff sprinkled in there. So we'll continue to expand and
experiment. Have any decisions been made on thread?
No decisions have been made on thread. Because we have a lot invested in the thread that we have here. We love the thread that we have here.
We'll blow it out.
And it would mean, and it's space too. We only have so much space. So we can talk about that. Patrick and I will talk about that. We'll let you know. I
can get thread for industrial machines, but
it's such a
the
small
challenge,
market, Kathy.
is you're probably the only person that's ever asked for that. So,
You're not the only person, but it's not. It's so. There's not many that ask for it.
Right.
So do we dedicate that space to something that is rarely asked for, to something that is often asked for?
and we can always get it. Like if there's something that you really want, talk to us about it and we'll see what we can find.
I like the 1 yard and the 2 yard pre-cuts too, Sharon. Let me, I don't know if they offer that. I think they did with, I gotta have the ombre with the dots. I'll use it all. I don't care if it's older. I just love it. But they sold those in 1 yard cuts, and I'll talk to my rep and see if they have that. The one I just ordered that's beautiful that we'll do as a daily deal is Sanctuary. So look at Moda Sanctuary. And I just pre-ordered some of those because it's so beautiful, and I'm going to use it for all different projects. We're going to do some of these with it if you haven't done these yet. We're going to do some smaller projects, and it'll be fun.
So the brand of the industrial machine, it wasn't an industrial machine. It was it's a Brother machine called the Brother PQ 1500 SL. We have eight coming and 5 are sold.
5 are gone.
5 are gone.
I'm getting one.
So I'll likely order some more. I don't know exactly when they're coming. That's the machine that Michelle uses for almost all of her straight sewing. Jeannie basically
I'm going to get one.
is getting one. So,
yeah.
That's
the one that Michelle went through those 10 layers of vinyl. And she goes back and forth. She got another bobbin case. So she said she uses industrial weight thread on that machine. So you'd have to get another bobbin case.
Yeah, the bonded threads will actually work, but you need to
and the
swap
price
the
point.
bobbin case.
The price point's fantastic.
Yeah, it's crazy. $700
Yeah,
basically.
$699.
That was a machine that pre-pandemic was selling for $1,800. And so, I mean, I talked about it before, but
we make $50.
Baby Lock, pretty much.
Yeah, we don't make any money
Baby
selling
Lock
it to you.
has a version of the machine that they're still selling. You can't get one for less than $1,000. Brother, at the start of the pandemic, pulled off the gloves and removed all protection from the machine. So they gave us a wholesale discount, and then they basically told all dealers, do what you want with the machine. I think they were overstocked, but what ended up happening was dealers started selling them at next to no margin. And
do you want me to put you on the list,
Joanne?
Joanne?
We can't keep them in stock. So at $700, it is a crazy deal. It's kind of like the PS500 or the Presto, which
it's kind of like the PS500.
That's what I just said. The PS500.
I was going to say something else.
It's kind of like what? Or is it inappropriate?
Yeah. So, but I mean, and Gail's saying, Gail, is this going to be your third one or something like that? It's free motion quilting. So big throat area. It'll do great with free motion quilting too. And it's straight stitch only. So you don't even have a zigzag, but it does have a cut button.
And we see these things like beat up, like, that sounds horrible, but they've been making a version of the machine for like 10 or 12 years. And we have a handful of customers that have 1 or 2 of them that just sew all day, every day. And like,
so I'm going to put Ellie, Joanne
working.
Bell, and Ellie down.
I need to order more then.
So that means
I'm going to order 8
2
more.
left. And let's all get one. How about that? We'll all get one.
Joanne Bell, Ellie. That means I've sold 7 of the 8. I'll get 8 more.
Yeah, but okay. All right. Anything else?
I don't
Patrick?
think so. Service about a week out. It has picked up in service a little bit, and it's 10 o'clock, and we got to get to work. Have a fantastic day.
Karen Roselli. I'll put you on Karen Roselli. So be creative and make something awesome. And Patrick says we're leaving early today, so I'm going to finish up my journaling doodle quilt, which is colored and ready to go. So we will see you tomorrow with a deal of the day, and we are going to be doing our giveaway. Hey, ladies, what about fandom? Michelle hasn't been here, So, I gotta put that on my thing, my list of things to do. It is March 18th. So fandom is gonna go through, I think we're over at the end of the month. So, you know, some of you wait to the last minute, like this girl. And Kathy, I'll put you on there too. So get your fandom done. Work on it. Get something fun happening. And think about it. Michelle will be back here next week, I'm sure, to inspire you with everything that she's been doing. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. If I can get this, there we go.